And a very good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Thanks so much for joining us for a webinar I know you'll find not only interesting, but very useful as well. My name is Sandy Elson, and on behalf of the travel professional community and homebasedtravelagent.com, I welcome all of you and thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us today. I'm very pleased that our host for today's webinar is Passport Online. Passport Online is the industry leader in delivering comprehensive digital marketing solutions to travel agents. This includes websites, email marketing tools, and social media programs, all geared to work for and with the travel agent community. Our speaker today is Marilyn McAleer. Marilyn is Vice President, Business Development at Passport Online, where she oversees marketing, sales, and social media. Marilyn's topic today is a new year, a new website, more business. And I know we're all interested in hearing what Marilyn has to say about this. And as always, we really appreciate the support we get from Passport Online. Before we get started, as usual, please remember that you're all muted, but we do welcome your questions. You can type in your questions at any time in the question area you see on the right-hand panel of your screen. At the end of Marilyn's presentation, we will get to as many questions as we can. So I'm going to turn the microphone over to Marilyn now so she can get started. Welcome, Marilyn.
Thank you, Sandy. It's great to be here. I'm in Portland, Oregon this morning, so it's 10 o'clock in the morning here. So good morning to my West Coast friends, and good afternoon to all of those in the Midwest and the East. It's great to be here. It's a new year. We've got lots of stuff to talk about. This is actually going to be jam-packed because we're going to talk about a few things. I'm going to go over some of the new and improvements that we've done on our website program, but I'm also going to talk a little bit about, if you've got a new website, how do you get business to drive to it? So I don't want to just talk about us. I want to talk about what you guys can do to drive business to your website, regardless of what kind of a website you have. Okay? So a little brief overview. Most of you probably know us, but if you don't, we've been the industry leader in website technology for over 20 years, and we specifically just work with travel agents, suppliers, and consortia. So we don't work with anybody else in any other kind of industry. We actually are the largest website technology provider in the travel industry. We have over 3,000 agency websites and over 2,000 host and IC websites. And what that means is we work with the largest host agencies in the country, and we provide their independent contractors with what we call replicated websites, so that everyone gets a website with some kind of customization and supplier content on it. And so we've got a pretty large number of folks that are participating there. What that means is more than 6 million consumers shop on those sites every and that's really important for you all to know, because it means that we're driving customers into your website to shop. And our ESP program, which is our social media product, we've now got more than 1,500 agency Facebook pages, and that's reaching nearly 1 million Facebook users. So we know what we're doing, we're good at it, and we're constantly enhancing. Our consortia and host agency partners is everybody in the business. We work with all the major consortia in a variety of different ways. We work with all of the major host agency programs. If we're not working with your host agency, we can be. But as a result of us working with all these folks, we have a lot of their content that you would have to build yourselves into your website. We have it automatically updated. We are we use the industry's top suppliers. We work with them, both the cruise lines, the tour operators, packagers, and hotel resorts. That represents 95% of all cruise berths. We have over 15,000 unique itineraries, over 130,000 distinct departures, and we load over 9,000 consortia exclusives. So no one has more supplier content in the industry than we do. And why is that? Well, it's because the suppliers pay us to distribute their content to you, the travel agent, via our distribution channels, website, social media, email marketing. They don't pay us to advertise. We don't take advertising dollars. We don't just advertise specials and packages that are on sale. We provide depth and breadth content, itineraries, deck plans, rich images, individual itineraries to every destination that a supplier will go to. So that's the difference, is we have a huge database of supplier content that we can serve up to you on your website. So the key here is your website drives everything, but you drive people back to your website via email marketing and social media. So we're going to go kind of through how you do that today and the importance of it. But first, I want to talk to you about our Nexite 2 product, because we spent about 18 months upgrading that product starting in 2014 and really kind of launching it in 2015 and then finishing it up in 2016. But we continue to enhance it. We continue to add new features to it.
Marilyn,
and so I wanted to introduce that.
Excuse me, Marilyn, this is Sandy. I just want to double check about something. I'm not seeing any slides advancing. Have you been advancing slides, or are you still on the first slide?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Now, oh, there we go. Now I've seen something change. Okay.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Now I'm seeing Nexite 2 Beauty and Brains.
Yes. So
okay.
All I've done is just chat away with nothing going on here. Sorry about that.
Okay, just wanted to double check. I'm glad I did.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you, Sandy. I apologize completely for that. Back into the previous 4 or 5 slides just to get a recap. Because they're pretty, but anyway, hopefully you got some detail out of it. This is the meat of the matter, talking a little bit about our website and what we want to call kind of the combination of beauty and brains. So what does that mean? It combines the beauty of new design, the power of the supplier content, and exclusive agent information, which is important. It's all about you. And that gives your customers customized shopping options that highlight your preferred suppliers, and your groups, and your specialties, and your expertise. So that's kind of where we got that. The beauty is we've got new templates, we've got an open architecture that makes it much easier for you to go in and change things and update things or to add new things. We've got a whole new image library, which we'll talk about, so our images are much brighter and cleaner, and there's a lot more of them. We provide variety on every page, so we don't want your every page to look alike. We don't want standard layout to be the same. You can really get unique and customized with how you lay out every page. We have unlimited pages. If you want to add 100 pages, you can do that. There's no charge for that. The brand guide is, clearly, it's all about you. What is unique about you, the agent, that has to go on the site, the content from the suppliers, the consortia exclusives, if you're a member of a consortia, and the fact that we have a very exclusive tool which allows you to go in, pick your suppliers, and then preference them so that you can show how they display on your website. So that's very critical. If you have additional commissions or you have preferred suppliers that are more preferred than others, you can go in and actually say highly prefer celebrity over Holland or Princess, and when a consumer goes in and does a search for a Caribbean cruise, the celebrity cruise would preference above the other cruise lines because of the way that you set your preferences. So that's a very unique tool that we've built. It's kind of the foundation of what we did years ago to make it special and unique to each individual agency. And then clearly adding specific offers, grouping them together, and providing niche options. We've got all sorts of capability for you to provide your own specialized niches. If you've got honeymoons or weddings or river cruises, adventure travel, anything you want, you can actually create pages and have content that displays on them. So your Nexite website is mobile responsive. It's fully customizable, fully searchable, and it's SEO friendly. So you've got everything wrapped into one. And the final thing is we're backed by the best customer support in the business, and I say that lightly. That's the case every show I go to, every webinar I do, I hear feedback about how our customer support teams. We are in the office at 7 o'clock in the morning Pacific time, and we go home at 6 o'clock at night Pacific time, Monday through Friday. So you've got a good backing of support that will help you through creating your website, adding new things to your website, any questions that you have, we're here to answer it, and that's included in your price. So let's take a couple of these new upgrades. So you'll see rich pictures, images, layouts, backgrounds. It's completely different. You'll see color schemes are great. These are all rotating, so there are multiple images show up on each page, and you'll see that they are very, very unique to each individual agency. So what did we do new? Some of the things that we've done just recently in the last 3 or 4 months is we've updated more layouts and themes. So we've got more themes. We've got up to 10 multiple layouts to choose from, and you can change those layouts per page so that your home page is going to look much different than perhaps your adventure page or your river cruises page. So you've got different layouts for each page if you want to. We've got a ton of new color schemes. So, and in fact, we've got over 65 of them. So you can pick a theme and then an expanded color theme. Then you can choose button styles that are available with every theme and color, and then you can choose your font choices for each. So we've got a huge amount of flexibility and ability to change things out. So every site is going to be different, and your site is going to look to what you want it to look like. As I said earlier, we've expanded the image library. We're adding new images every week, and what that's doing is just giving you an option of having really, really different and unique images show up on your website. And again, one of the things that we very definitely encourage is for you to use your own images. I mean, you're in the travel business. You guys all travel, and you take pictures. And what you need to do is you need to add those pictures to your website, and I'm going to get into that a little bit later. But because that is critical to making it, again, unique to you. Nobody else is going to have a picture exactly as you've taken it. So we encourage you, while we are building our own image library, we're also encouraging you all to build your own image library. We've also added destination highlight pages. This has been a long time in the making, and we realized we needed it, but we didn't want to do it exactly as everyone else has done it. We don't just want to map and, just information on every destination. We wanted to make it much richer. We wanted to incorporate it into your website to make it look like it's part of the website. So we started with about 30 different destinations. We added beautiful images, we did research and added videos. We've got destination information, and then we've got something that's very specific, and that is on every destination page, we have special travel specials from our supplier content that is integrated into the page. So not only now does a consumer go in and look at what's new in Aruba, but they also can see what vacation destination offers are available that will take you to Aruba. So again, much more of an integrated process with our destination pages. So they become a new tab, and you can call that whatever you want, as you can see, set up completely different for these two different agencies. And this is the home page, and it will continue to grow within the Caribbean. We've got a ton of destinations, same with Europe and the US. And once you click on, for instance, the Caribbean, These will rotate, so you'll start alphabetically and go through the Caribbean islands. You've got mapping on each one of the destinations. You've got information about the destination. Clearly, you've got some rich videos that we did a lot of vetting of the videos. So while we got them usually from the tourist boards or whatever, we make sure that each one of those videos do not send the customer to any conflicting outside website. So you won't see them linking to, book your hotel here, or, go here to book your shore trip or whatever. So we were it was very critical to us to make sure that while we want these promotional videos to be really sexy and cool, we did not want them sending a customer away from you, because it's critical for you to keep them there. The information, this is where the trips are integrated right into the page. So while you see here, we were talking about Jamaica. If we click on Ocho Rios or Jamaica or Negril, it's going to send you to a list of offers that are associated with each one of those. But we also want to give a snapshot of what's available from the product offers that you have in your system to these specific destinations. So this, I think, is kind of unique and critical to, again, keeping your consumer on your site, getting them excited, and giving them options. So new destinations we're adding every month. The next one up is Mexico, which should be done within the next month. And this is complimentary. This is included in your next site price. So this is an added feature for all of those that are existing customers. And for anybody that is signing up, this is included in the price. So that's it for kind of where we are with our website program. It's newer, it's richer, it's more feature conscious, and again, we are here to set up your website and to support you in driving business to your website. So let's talk a little bit about how you do that. So I want to talk about 3 ways to drive business to your website. I've kind of inferred it in what we do with our website program: content, graphics, and promotion. So search engines love content, and they love rich and unique content. So it's important for you to have content on your site. There's 3 types of content that we normally talk about. One is unique content. That's the part that's all about you. One is supplier content. We've already gone there. And then this isn't actually content, but it's call to action. And you have no idea. We look at a lot of websites here at Passport Online because that's what our job is. And you have no idea how many times we go into agents' websites and you can't find how to get in touch with them. It's down at the bottom. It's, not intuitive. It's really crazy, but so I want to make sure that you're cognitive of the fact that you have to have your call to action very clear, very prominent on every page. So just briefly, unique content is all about you. It's talking about your specialty, your experience, and if you have other agents that work for you, their background as well as yours. Supplier content is who do you work with? You got to provide them with some kind of a shopping experience. You got to give them options. You have to show your preferred supplier offers, and you need to put your exclusives in special. What makes you different? If you belong to a consortia or a host agency, they're out negotiating really, really special deals. Special for you on the commission side, special for your customers on the added amenities and additional offer side. And it's important for you to promote those because it makes you different. So make sure that you are adding your exclusives onto your website. Obviously, the call to action, it's not just about your phone number. It's not even now anymore just about your email address. It's also about your social media links. So you have to make sure that your social media links are on your website. So the purpose of a website, let's talk about it. It merchandises who you are, what your services that you're selling, your expertise, but it also conveys your core values, Who are you? Your website needs to have a personality, and it needs to be your personality. It needs to talk about who you are, what you do, and what you represent. And you need to think about it that way. Sometimes people just think, oh, it's just, I know I have to have a website, but it's a throwaway. I don't ever get any business from your website. Well, if you don't get business from your website, it's because it's not appealing to anybody. So you probably need to update it a little bit. So keep your unique content relevant. Keep it updated. The biggest thing that you can do with your unique content is to swap out your images, your pictures, put a slideshow up. You guys, again, you guys travel. You take pictures. Make a slideshow every time you come back from a site inspection, a fam trip, or a vacation cruise, and make sure you add those images onto your site. Talk about where you've been. Talk about what the features are of that specific vacation. Every time you do that, you're telling a customer that you're an expert. And then clearly testimonials, there's nothing better than testimonials on your website because they are very unique. So make sure you highlight what you do and link them to offers that you can that are easily tailored to the customer. Make sure you promote your agents or your expertise and alt tag their pictures. That will make them searchable. So highlight your agents. If you have agents that work for you, make sure they're highlighted. Make sure you highlight their expertise. You can add a whole page of nothing about your agents and what they do. It's really key. Agent profiles are very, very big these days in the agency community. Supplier content is offering choices. Give them something to search for. Make sure your search is intuitive and the navigation is easy. We try to do that for you. And keep in mind that the suppliers that you associate with and the depth and breadth of the content adds credibility to who you are and what you do. So if you're just promoting, you know, the lowest fare or the lowest price cruise or the 2-for-1s or whatever, you're not really showing the customer that you've got detailed and exposure to a lot of different supplier content and not just the specials or the sales. And again, promote your exclusives. Your call to action is, you know, hey, it's how to find you, so make sure that it's there. This is one of my favorite. Just make sure that you've got your phone number, your info, and your social media all on your front page. So we talked about images. Graphics are the key to a fantastic user experience, and that's why we've updated our websites. You need crisp, beautiful images. You need video. You need slideshows. Swap them out periodically, as I said, and then make sure you tag your photos with an alt tag so that they can be searched in the search engines. It probably feels complicated, but the key to getting people to come to your website is to make sure you're promoting it. You can have all these cool images. You can talk great about yourself. You can have, 100 suppliers' content on your site, but if you're not promoting your website, then nobody's going to go there. So promoting your website is key. And these are just simple suggestions because if you need to make sure that your website is important to you. And what does that mean? If you're not engaged in your website, if you don't look at it, if you don't shop your own website, how can you encourage somebody else to go to it? So make sure you're looking at your website. Make sure you're shopping it. Make sure you see the things that are on it are the things that you want to have on it. Do you actually send your customers to your website when you're talking to someone, or if you're out, somewhere, if you're at your church or you're out with friends? Do you refer customers to your website? A lot of people don't. You have to have confidence that your website has the content and the story that you want to tell. Is your website on your business card, your signature? Is it on the invoices that you send? If you have an auto hold, do you say, visit our website at www.abctravel.com? It's key. These are small things, but you have no idea. You know, I get people giving me business cards every day at every trade show that I go to, and there are business cards that I'll get back, and I'll look, and there's no website address on it. So are you sending out emails? And if you are you adding your website address to every one of those emails? Again, if you're doing promotional emails, you got to make sure that you link them back to something. And are you using social media? So we're going to take a look at some tools and tips for social media and email marketing just to wrap up here, but I just want to kind of tie it all together. You missed my image at the beginning when I didn't have the presentation up, but essentially what we're talking about is your website is the salad bowl, if you will, and then email marketing and social media and content, all of that are the ingredients in the salad bowl. But if you don't have the bowl, you can't put everything else in it. And that's where you need to look at it, is your website is the central location to drive people to through all these other channels. So simple. Link your website from all your social media accounts. If you have a Facebook page, if you have an Instagram, make sure that you have your website showing up, your URL, on every one of those social media channels. So when you talk on your Facebook page, whether it be your business page or your personal page, make sure that in your About area you include your website so that people know that you can get in touch. They can get in touch with you just by linking to your website. And then make sure on the opposite side of that, add social media links to your website. And again, that seems intuitive, but lots of people don't do that. So make sure that you've got whatever you're participating in, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, blogging, whatever it is, that you've got those links, and you should put them in your banner. So put them in your header, because then it moves onto every page. If you put them in the body of your home page, for instance, that won't move when a customer goes to do a search and then goes on to another page. So it's important to make sure you put them in your header, and you should put them in your footer as well. So let's talk a little bit about email marketing, because I've got two great quotes here that I've found. Because email marketing has kind of been ignored for a while. I mean, people do it, but they don't know whether or not, because of the fact that so many emails go out per day and people are getting spammed, that it's not considered to be as an advantageous channel for marketing as it used to be. But both of these quotes are recent, and they say email marketing still has the lowest cost per lead. And despite the proliferation of countless alternatives, email marketing remains a proven marketing workhorse, driving success to top brands. So don't underestimate the value of email marketing. It's still vital for businesses of all sizes. And why is that? Because it's easy to reach via mobile customers, which is about everybody these days. Emails are free, whereas texting might be, there might be a charge to texting. And you've got space in emails. You can actually tell a story in an email versus a Twitter message or a text message or even Facebook. Emails can tell a story. You've got more ability to market via an email. So keep your customers informed. Emails are easy to integrate into other marketing channels, and that's where we come in. Is for I was saying earlier, emails should link back to your website. You should be promoting something that you can then give the customer even more information by linking back to your website. And there's no doubt about it, it's inexpensive. Email marketing is an inexpensive way to get your message out. Nextsite 2 comes with email marketing tools, and the key to these email marketing tools is they're one-on-one. They're created and meant for you, the travel agent, to talk directly to a customer. They're not for blanket emails. You can use these to do a broadcast email. But what we really created them for is for you to have a one-on-one relationship with an individual customer. And we do that in a couple of ways. We've got the email marketing tools in the agent portal of Nexsite, which is called AgentPort. And you've got an email wizard here that allows you to customize, create an email. You select offers from within your database, so from within your website database. It creates a beautiful, rich-looking email. You can add your own personal message to it. So if you selected 3 or 4 Alaska cruises for a customer who can't decide, you can send it out. You can talk about each one of them. You can talk about the individual cruise lines. And then you can actually even choose a banner, so you can dress it up even more. It's all personalized to you, so your logo, your agency identity is on it, and then you can send it directly to the customer. And then, once again, it links back to your website, and the only way that they can contact you is either via email or phone. So they're not going to be sent anywhere else. It finishes the circle by driving them back to you. One of the real fun things we have within our email marketing tools are electronic Post-it notes. So this gives you a very quick and easy way to stay in touch with a customer, wishing them a happy birthday, a bon voyage. Maybe they just booked a really big cruise with you and you want to send them a thank you. It's just one little page. You can enter your own personal message, and it automatically, when it sends it out to the customer, it automatically puts your URL for your website within the body of the email. So everything we can do to keep, the circle of life going within for the consumer to drive them back to you, that's what we want to do. So email marketing tools are important to the overall Nexsite program, and we keep updating them as well. And this is what it looks like when a consumer gets it. So I created an offer for Hawaii, and I created the Hawaii Just For You banner. I selected this overall banner. This is the message heading, and then I put this message in there. And again, if they click on the more details, it's going to send it right into this Globus offer on your website. And you'll see here all of the promotion is specifically identified with you. So that's what the email marketing program looks like, and that comes with your Nexsite website program for free. It's our email marketing center. So we're winding down here, and you probably want to know, I've blown through a lot of data and information in the last 30 minutes or so. And what is the price of Nexsite? So the price of Nexsite is $150 for a setup fee, and it's $55 per month. And with that, you get everything that I've outlined today. So you get setup, you get custom design, you get images, you get the email marketing center, you get the customer support team. It's very inclusive. We want you to be able to do things on your own for your website because you can update it quickly, but we have training, we have support. If you get frustrated, if you don't have time, you can send us an email and we'll do it for you. So while we encourage you to update your website on your own because no one knows it better than you, we will never go away. So our support team will be there for you and will help you with anything you do. And with that, I'm going to just tell you to contact us because we want to talk to you. And I'm going to open it up for questions now, Cindy. And again, I apologize for those first few slides not happening.
Okay, well, thank you, Marilyn. That was a lot of information and really useful information, so thank you. We do have some questions, but just sticking with what you just said for a moment or two. If an agency is a niche agency, only sells all-inclusive or is cruise only, can they customize the site to just show those suppliers in their niche?
Boy, they sure can. Yeah. One of the things about the technology is that you can preference your suppliers and you can exclude any ones you don't want. So you essentially go in there and you choose who you want to display on your site. We've created numerous cruise-only sites. We've also created just river cruises. I mean, people that are just concentrating on river cruises. With all-inclusive, we'll do that. We'll add the sandals page for you. We don't have sandals content in our database because they don't participate, but we have an elegant integration into their linked pages when you become a sandals specialist.
Okay, that's fabulous. You mentioned earlier that having agent photos on the sites that are searchable has become very important, and that we should alt tag the pictures of the agents. Is that something that we do as, or is that something that you guys
what we'll
do for
is
us?
when we set up your site, if you've got agent images, you just send them to us and we'll load your profile page, your agent profile page, and with the data that you have, and then we'll alt tag them for you. If you want to add them later, we just show you how to do it. So it's very easy to do. We just give you the instructions.
Okay, excellent. I'm going to read this question to you because it's long. I'm with a host agency that works with you. Please clarify if I'm able to only show suppliers that I want. Also, am I able to send monthly newsletters through your service that are separate from the website?
The monthly newsletters, no. You can create your own newsletter via our email marketing tool, and you can forward that to yourself and send them out, but via your operating system. On the if you work with a host agency, we have a couple of different programs with our host agencies. If you have an individual next site, so you're paying $55, you can do whatever you want. Regardless, you'll have the host agency exclusives on there, or whatever consortia they belong to exclusives. But if you are paying for that website, then you get to do whatever you want with it. If you have what we call a replicated site, which is essentially the host agency pays for you to have that site and they control the content that goes into it, then no, you don't have control over what suppliers you want to display. The host agency would make that decision.
Okay. Thanks. That was a good explanation. One of our agents wants to know, are we free of copyright laws using your photos and videos?
Oh, yeah, and believe me, that's why it's taken us so long to build our image library, because we ran into issues as far as copyright is concerned, and we caution you to make sure with whatever website program you have that every image that they're showing is protected. So yes, we've done a lot of vetting of our images. It's why it's taken us so long, and same with the videos. If a video is on YouTube, and that's why we also went to the destinations tourist boards themselves, because anything like that is vetted to be protected from copyright infringement.
Okay, fantastic. Just a reminder to our agents, if you have a question for Marilyn, now is a good time to type it in. We do have time for a few more questions. We have a question about the ESP program, Marilyn, and that is, when will you have more cruise-oriented content for the ESP program?
We have actually, in this quarter, we have enhancements going into ESP. So we will be doing some specific specialty types of content that will include, cruise only, for instance, content that will be loaded and available for ESP users. So for this quarter, I mean, we're a month over the quarter, but it should be by the end of March.
Okay, and the agent also wants to know, are you any closer to a hotel booking engine?
We've looked at that a lot, and we haven't really found one that we like, essentially. But we're still looking. Well, I'm not any closer to it than I was, but I'm still looking. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
There are products out there. We looked at Beds Online. We looked at Booking.com, I think. We looked at a number of consumer-facing hotel programs, and they don't integrate well. There's issues with passing through agency ID information. I am not an advocate of going to Expedia, because on that Expedia hotel booking platform, it says powered by Expedia. And why would a travel agent put their number one competitor on their website? So that's one of the reasons why we haven't come up with what we need to.
Okay.
And we may end up integrating it and building it ourselves.
Good answer. Can an agent purchase just the Nextsite 2 functionality from Passport Online, or are there other membership or other products that have to be purchased with that?
No. At $55, you get the website, you get the email marketing tools, the agent portal. If you don't want ESP, you don't have to purchase that. But what I went over today is all included in that $55.
Okay, fabulous. That does it for the questions. I want to remind our agents that if you think of something that comes up later, there is contact information up there. Marilyn has a slide for an email address, a phone number, and of course the Passport Online website. And that will just about do it. Our speaker today has been Marilyn McAleer, Vice President, Business Development at Passport Online. Marilyn, as always, this was fabulous. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sandy. It was a pleasure, and everybody have a good rest of their day.
And I'll add my greetings to that. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for taking time out of the day to be here with us, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.